Yo, what is up, Crocs and clan members, Pokemon fans, and others who are someone fun this video. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today I'm going to be doing a top five, not top 10, top 5, of Pokemon, of legendary Pokemons that I want to see get Primal form. Now, with the announcement of Mega Latios, the confirmation of Mega Latios, and then Mega Rayquaza, the whole aspect of legendaries having Primal forms exclusively it's gone downhill a little bit, so clearly this is just my hopes that these Pokemon get primal forms, not megas, because to me personally the only legendaries that should have megas are Mewtwo and Genesect. Now the reason for this video, I should probably say it, is that I believe it was like last week I saw a video of somebody talking about his list of primal forms that he wants, and let me just say, most of his were stupid. He had Giratina in there. He had the legendary birds for some reason. Not that he wanted, that he expected. That's the biggest issue. Like, he expected these Pokemon to get them. And I don't remember one of the other ones that I just thought it didn't make sense. For one, Giratina has an origin form. I don't think they can, because unless they make it a primal origin form, it's not gonna make sense to give it a primal form. You can't have Giratina altered form, Giratina origin form, and primal Giratina. It makes no sense. That's way too many Giratina forms. Oh, I think no, I think it was, I don't know if it was Kyurem or not. Actually, it was Kyurem. Which again, it has a fusion already. There's no those two Pokemon in particular makes no sense to give them primal forms because they already have an alternate form. So these are the Pokemons that I picked are specifically Pokemon that do not have an alternate form established. They're just there. So let's get started with the list. Now I should mention that none of these are in any particular order of like ones that I really want over others. They're just random, so don't give it any hidden meaning behind it. But the first one we're gonna talk about is gonna be Regigigas. I feel like Regigigas got, it's a pretty strong Pokemon. It's got pretty high attack stat. I think all its stats are pretty solid. The problem is obviously its ability. But I personally think that if you give it a primal form, you could actually go back to when it was the Titan of Titans. This is a Pokemon that is supposed to have the ability to pull continents apart. So maybe I don't know, give it like obviously it's gonna have a boost in attack. Maybe some boost in defenses, make it a lot bigger, a lot bulkier. I think it should have lower speed though, if it does go back, because it's gonna be one of those Pokemon that just takes all the hits and just deals massive damage. I don't have any fan art because I personally can't draw, and I honestly don't feel like it'd be right to go out and find fan art and all that stuff without knowing like the actual source. So I don't really have a clear image of what Primal Regigigas would look like, but just picture it as just a bigger Regigigas. He's just look at it that way, just a bigger Regigigas. Maybe no moss around his, because it's actually him in the past, so it'll be before his like slumber. But yeah, so Regigigas. So the next one I have here on my list is going to be Zygarde. Now Zygarde, it's a special case. It was introduced during the mechanics of X and Y, where Mega Evolutions was introduced. So a lot of people, honestly, I think everybody just expected in the next Pokemon game, which people are speculating Pokemon Z, or the ones that say it's Pokemon ZX and ZY, however the heck they go with it. But they were all expecting, freaking Mega. And the people who thought it was going to be two games, ZX and ZY, was going to be like Mega Zygarde X and Mega Zygarde Y, or a variation of that. So that's the thought that everybody, because Zygarde sucks. Like, this one's supposed to be the leader of the trio, and honestly, it's more pathetic than the other two. Like it's the other two are superior in every way to Zygarde. So now that we have the primal forms as that have been introduced, why not give it a primal form instead? Make it a much larger serpent-like monster, and with like an actual like crown. Like make it like change the black crown for a golden one. Like make it look more menacing, and actually look like a Pokemon that's supposed to give order. Because if you all know its ability, is first of all, it's supposed to cancel out Xerneas's and Yveltal's ability. It's supposed to cancel it out, and it's known as the Order Pokemon because X and Y are it's life and death and all that stuff, and then you got the Order. So for a Pokemon that's supposed to signify the order of the world, he's kind of pathetic. So I don't know, maybe a primal form can fix that. Give it some boost in all its stats and make it look like an actual threat. Maybe it could be like, hey, this back then I did things right. Zygarde. There you go. So next one we're gonna talk about is gonna be Palkia. Now, out of the three main legendaries of Sinnoh, Palkia has actually been my favorite. It's always been my favorite. I like his design way more than Dialga and Giratina. I personally just liked it a lot. And we already have like a feel of what Primal Dialga is. If you guys played the Mystery Dungeon series, we saw Primal Dialga technically. If that's the design they go with, cool. I actually like that design a lot. But Palkia is one of those where I don't know. I feel like it's always plays below Dialga, and I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't get a lot of love. Where I actually do like it a lot. I think that if it's gonna be like a primal form, you should have its like the shoulder. What are they called? The things that he has on his shoulder with the pearl. I think that should like open up with the pearl in the middle, like with extensions to the rest of it, as if it was like opening or like releasing energy. I think you should have something in its body that signifies like a black hole in terms of like, hey, this is the deep darkness of space. He is the ruler of space, so make it look like he's the ruler of space. Give it a new attack because Spatial Rend sucks. I mean, it looks cool. I think it looks really cool, but it just doesn't compare to Dialga's attack, Roar of Time, and even Shadow Force for Giratina. It's subpar, right? So I feel like they should give it another attack that's supposed to signify like real, like Spatial Rend. Sounds like it should be doing a lot more damage than it does. But give it something else. Give it something, a new move that's strictly for him only. Make it a lot more like keep the pearls, right? But give it like a dark shading throughout the rest of its body, like maybe like a darker pink or something to show, hey, I am the ruler of space. Fear me, That's gonna be it. Now this one right here, I came up for the lulz, to be quite honest. I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were talking about primal forms, which is another incentive that I had to make this video to begin with, and it's gonna be Arceus. Now, when I was talking to him about this, I came up with like this Arceus it's gonna be banned from everything. Okay, so this is what I picture Arceus. Arceus is essentially the god of all Pokemon. He is literally the god of Pokemon. So picture it like this. You got Arceus, a lot bigger. He's like different shades right around his body. The ring around him is now complete. You see all the plates just hanging there. Like he has all the plates. You can see them in the design. He has them all in there. And then he's going to have the most broken ability, basically. Any attack he uses is automatically stab. Like, I'm not talking about protein, okay? I'm not talking about he changes types. No. I mean that any move that he uses automatically gets stabbed, okay? That is his ability. That's how broken. He's the god of Pokemon. He's supposed to be broken. And then he's going to have a move, right? There's gonna be, he has Judgment. That's his main attack. Give him one called Primal Judgment, which not only gets like it's gonna have like 150 base power, right? It's gonna have stab at all times. And he's just gonna be broken. He's supposed to be the god of Pokemon. Make him a broken Pokemon. Like right now, he's not even the Pokemon with the highest base stats. Mega Mewtwo, I believe, is still, I think it's Y. Mega Mewtwo Y, I believe, has the highest base stat total of any Pokemon. Until we find out Primal Groudon's, Primal Kyogre's base stats, because we don't know that yet. But for right now, Mega Mewtwo Y has the highest base stat of any Pokemon. How does the god of all Pokemon not have the highest base stats? That makes no sense. So make him as broken as possible. Just do that. Just make him as broken as possible. A broken ability like that, stab in every single move, because he has all the plates, right? That's supposed to be the point. He has every single plate, so he automatically gets stab on everything because he's technically every type. So maybe like that, like every type or something that goes along that type of wordplay. You know, he is every type. Or the one type, something like that. And then that Primal Judgment, which is just wreck souls. He's God, for Christ's sakes. Make him the most OP thing in the world. Make it to where no Pokemon can touch this man. That's basically what I'm asking for. Make Arceus actually be a God Pokemon. And the last one I'm going to talk about is going to be technically my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. My favorite Pokemon of all time. Lugia. I've loved Lugia since the second movie. He's been my favorite since then. I loved him in the games. I just love him. It's a cool design. It's a simple. It's actually kind of a simple design, but for some reason it just pops so much, and I just freaking love it. So, obviously, I want a primal form for this man. Now, in terms of abilities, I don't know what. I mean, he's the guardian of the sea. Well, not even that. Is he still considered the guardian of the sea or not? Because I think that title went to freaking Manaphy. No, Manaphy's the prince of the sea. Never mind. I think he might still be considered the guardian of the sea. I don't know. Maybe something maybe something to show him. You know, he's supposed to be the protector. But he's also the boss of the legendary birds. So like maybe like draw some inspiration from that. Like give him some parts of his design that's supposed to reminiscence that he's supposed to be the leader of the 3 legendary birds in some way, shape, or form. Like, I don't mean like give him like a Zapdos wing and freaking Articuno's tail and flames on his head. No. I'm not talking about fusing here. I'm talking about like give it something that shows that he is supposed to be the one that controls these 3, and then maybe like an ability to I don't know. I kind of like multi-scale, but if it's gonna go primal form, it needs to have something that's like really dangerous or something. I don't know. I don't really know what to give him. Aeroblast is a pretty decent move, so I don't know. Maybe just make it to where he just gets increased stats. I don't know. Primal forms normally get new moves, so I mean, so far the 2 primal forms got new moves. So I don't know. Maybe something that has to do with like it's like another version of Aeroblast or something, or maybe like an actual like exclusive psychic type attack that's strictly for him. I don't know, maybe something like that. But yeah, so Lugia, it's gonna be the last one we talk about. So that is my list, my top 5 primal forms that I want. I hope we get at some point during my lifetime. Before I die, I want to see all these guys get primal forms. So let me know down below what you think. Which legendary Pokemons, because I don't think regular Pokemon should ever get primal forms. But down below, leave it in the comments. Which legendary Pokemon do you guys want to get primal forms? I know that I didn't really specify too much about abilities and all that stuff because I really don't know what I would give them except for Arceus, obviously. Duh. But let me know down below, like. Maybe you want to give one of your Pokemon like a new move that's strictly for them in their primal form. Maybe if you can think of an ability, let me know down below. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.